This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we talked to the Schuylkill County District Attorney about her county's latest moves in the war against drugs. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara and here are your headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Some tense moments last night in the borough of West Hazleton. What is being called a carjacking, kidnapping, and armed robbery led to the arrest of 2 men while police still search for a third suspect. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, it began outside Applebee's restaurant on Route 93 in West Hazleton. Police say the victim, a night manager, left the parking lot after closing the restaurant for the night. According to court papers, a vehicle in the lot followed her to Interstate 81, where it swerved at and eventually hit her vehicle, causing it to spin. She was kidnapped at gunpoint and taken back to the restaurant in her own car. She initiated the store's duress alarm around 11 p.m., making it look like she was disarming the security system. The victim was able to call the store manager, who then called police. 24-year-old Pablo A. Valenzuela of 124 East Green Street in Hazleton and 29-year-old Victor M. Soto Santana, who said he lived in Allentown, were arrested after police pinged the victim's cell phone. They are charged with kidnapping, robbery, criminal trespass, burglary, and more. A third suspect got away. The victim was found unharmed inside her vehicle. Multiple police departments responded to the incident. You can read more on this incident at standardspeaker.com and in tomorrow's edition of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Schuylkill County District Attorney Christine Holman was in our studio recently to give us an update on our county's fight against drugs. Holman started by talking about 2 drug busts. The first happened in Tamaqua.
8 to 10 body warrants were available. So what happens is all of the participating police departments that can send 1 or 2 officers met at the Tamaqua Police Department. Chief Rick Weaver distributed the warrants, and the individual officers went out into teams. They went right into the homes or locations where these individuals were situate and served the warrants, pulled them out of the homes. We took them into Magistrate Baer's office and we arraigned them. We had a total of 8. Those 8 were arraigned. Bail was set fairly high. They are in the Schuylkill County Prison right now, awaiting their due process. Bigger than that, we had a huge drug raid in Shenandoah, Schuylkill County, after Thanksgiving. All I can say about that was the cavalry came in. Shenandoah individual citizens had been screaming for drug reduction, and we're not done, but we did make a good dent in Shenandoah. We had, that operation was called Operation 462, and there were 40-some drug dealers, users pulled out of Shenandoah. The results were just phenomenal.
How important is that? You know, some people say, well, there's still more out there, but how important is that message maybe being sent to the communities and to do something like that?
It's very important, based on the fact that heroin right now is cheaper to buy than a quart of beer. And the reason that heroin seems to be addictive, many people, for whatever reason, get addicted to pain pills. Once the pain pills run out, the heroin then is the easiest buy on the street. People don't realize the effects that heroin can have on an individual. Overdosing is so common. Schuylkill County Drug Task Force is seeking to eliminate the tragedy that so many families have to face with the just this ongoing problem of heroin in Schuylkill County. And the little bit that we're doing here and there is making a dent, and we will continue doing this. The Pennsylvania legislatures have passed Act 139. It went into effect November 29th of 2014. And what Act 39 did was made naloxone, or commonly referred to as Narcan, available by prescription to first responders, those first responders being police officers, EMTs, firefighters. The Narcan has the reverse effect. So it's a medicine, and it can be injected or it can be utilized by way of a nasal spray if an individual is overdosing on heroin. and say that individual is with another, the other individual can contact 911. They will be immune from prosecution under what I would call the Good Samaritan portion of Act 139 if they give their full name, and of course they stay on scene. They need to give a location. The Narcan has an immediate reversal effect, which will bring the individual out of this overdose, saving their life.
And the other big story on this Monday, the storm, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been. However, this latest blast from Old Man Winter certainly created some headaches. A crash on Interstate 80 on Sunday afternoon sent 3 people to the hospital and tied up traffic for several hours. The storm also resulted in many cancellations and postponements for schools and organizations. It even forced the cancellation of the murder trial of Hugo Zielinski. The trial will resume tomorrow at the Luzerne County Courthouse. The Freeland Crime Watch meeting scheduled for tonight at 7 p.m. has been postponed until March 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Freeland Senior Center. The bad weather also triggered snow bans in many communities, and please check with your municipality to find out how long your snow ban will remain in effect. I will have the updated forecast a little later on FYI. How would you like to work on a water main break in this weather? That's exactly what workers from the Hazleton City Authority were doing today. HCA Executive Director Randy Cahalan told FYI that the authority noticed water levels dropping in the McKinley Street water tank around 7 this morning. They also received some phone calls from residents in the 17th Street area. Cahalan says it took a little longer to locate the break and isolate it since it was located in a remote area behind the Churchill Mall. He says a couple of stores in the mall were affected as of earlier this afternoon. Workers were replacing a section of the main and everything was expected to be back to normal by sometime this evening. Well, it's a forecast none of us want to hear. 6 more weeks of winter. But that was the word today from Punxsutawney Phil. The unwelcome prediction came from Gobbler's Knob early this morning. According to the German legend, if the furry rodent sees his shadow on this date, February 2nd, we can expect 6 more weeks of winter. And if he would not have seen his shadow, we would have welcomed an early spring. Let's all hope that Phil was wrong this year. Well, coming up in sports, we have the story of a local man helping hockey grow in the Hazleton area. And when we come back, we have more information on this year's Miss Greater Hazleton Scholarship Program.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We are back here at Core Fitness. It's Monday, and there are plenty of new classes happening for 2015. And Christy, there is certainly something for everyone.
There definitely is, and definitely here we love that we offer so many things, and we're always trying to add new things to our schedule. So for us, again, it is such an exciting time of year. We have new people coming through the doors, and we have a lot of new things going on here that we'd like to share. And I brought my little cheat sheet so I don't forget because it's so new.
Okay, so let's hear about some of the classes, and if you could give like a brief description on those.
Okay, well, we have indoor women's cycling, which is great. We offer that 5:30 in the morning on Tuesday and Thursdays, and we also offer it in the evening, so you can pick your time for that. It's an indoor group cycling session where your instructor is going to lead you through some hills, some flats, and give you some visualization, great music, very motivating, great workout.
And a lot of calories burned.
A lot of calories burnt.
Okay.
Okay. We also have a lot of mind-body stuff going on here. We have Hatha Yoga with Tammy Heller, and that's in the morning, so that's on a Monday morning. And we're excited to add Mara Garcia back to the Elite package. She's going to bring back her Pilates, which is also included in your Elite package, and she's doing a Fusion Flow and a Metcon 3, which is a Metabolic Conditioning 3 class. That's a 45-minute class, so if you're tight on time, there's short 15-minute segments, very intense, but lower impact, and you're going to sweat it out that way.
Okay.
So she's offering that. We also are excited that we are bringing PIO here to the Hazleton area, which is new from Shailene Johnson and Beachbody, and we have a new instructor, Melissa, who is going to be coming in on board and teaching that throughout February, and that's a blend of Pilates and yoga. It's very low impact, but again, very intense.
All right.
Okay.
We have Zumba, right?
We have Zumba, which we have now a basic Zumba on Fridays for the older population. That's going to go along with with the silver sneakers that we're now offering and accepting, and the Golden Hearts class, which we already have, which again is for the older populations, low impact. And the Zumba that we love to talk about right now, it's very exciting. Through the winter months, we are offering Glow Zumba. So.
Whoa. This shirt glows. It's so cool. I'm like a 2-year-old when we come here. Everyone is so excited. And you can purchase these shirts, but you can wear any color any fluorescent color, right?
Any
Neon.
fluorescent color, and whites glow blue underneath the light. We have girls coming in full body paint. They're so excited about it. So we started
Full body paint.
Full body paint. They're painting their arms, their faces. And it's very exciting because it's, I think it's fun, but you also feel like maybe you're not sticking out as much. And if you're a little concerned in a Zumba class that you're not quite getting the moves right, nobody can really see you except for your glow. And so that's really exciting. The last glow class that we did, we had 36 women in here. It was hot, sweaty, and fun.
Fine. Okay. Did we hit on all the classes?
I think Hatha Yoga, Golden Hearts, yeah, I think. Oh, and Power Yoga, we're offering that every other Saturday with Cheryl Mazenko.
Okay, your entire schedule is on Facebook and on Instagram. And quickly, all your instructors are certified.
Correct, yeah, we really like our instructors to be certified, so we have everything ranging from Pilates to yoga to indoor cycling, group exercise, we've got it all.
Heck, if you offer anything that if you can add anything as an instructor, then you're always looking for new things. Anyone out there who is certified can certainly call here at CORE.
We're always looking for new instructors, good new instructors, so give us a call.
All right. Thank you, Christy. And again, check out the schedule on Facebook. You can call here or also on Instagram because there are many different things happening each month here at CORE Fitness in Hazleton.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
If I was in high school, this would be the best day of my life. There was dancing sharks yesterday. You got a snow day after the Super Bowl, and that was always my biggest dream in high school. It came true for students across our area. We still need to use caution, as you can see on the roads, as temperatures drop in our area, and there is a hazardous weather outlook in effect for our area from the National Weather Service, thanks to wind chills of -5 to -10 degrees tonight. As we take a look at our forecast from the National Weather Service, chance of snow showers tonight before 7 p.m. And again, there's a possibility accumulation of less than 1/2 of an inch, and those wind chills from -5 to -10 degrees. The extended forecast does not look that much better. On Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 18 wind chill. It will feel like -13 on Tuesday night. A slight chance of snow showers after 2 a.m. Low of 14 degrees. Wednesday, our high will be 31. How about that? Wednesday night, we get cold again, 15 degrees for our low. Thursday, a chance of snow showers, high of 19. At night, a low of -4. Friday will be mostly sunny, but the high is only near 16 degrees. Friday night, a low around 5. Tonight's weather brought to you by Ramada on Church Street in Hazleton. Ramada Inn, mostly monthly rooms available with free Wi-Fi and a continental breakfast. Banquet space is available for any type of gathering, including weddings, meetings, reunions, Sweet 16 parties, and more. Call them at 570-455-2061.
If you're looking to raise money for school, we have some scholarship opportunities for young women throughout Greater Hazleton, and it's through the Miss Greater Hazleton Scholarship Program. It's the second annual event this year happening at the Hazleton Area High School, and Joelle Whitner is a part of our board, and thank you for coming. You definitely added to the program last year with your background, your experience in dance and theater.
Thank you so very much. We're very excited about our program this year. This year's theme is self-awareness, self-empowerment. We want the women to be able to realize what they have to offer the world. So we'll be doing a whole bunch of routines that kind of show that through music.
Okay. So talk about what the Miss Greater Hazleton Scholarship Program, the basis of this organization, is all about.
Well, first of all, the one thing everyone needs to know is it is a scholarship program. It is not a program based on your looks or your talent. Although they are qualifications in getting the awards, we're just looking for someone who's a well-rounded person. Scholarship and judges interview is the biggest scoring part of the pageant. And what each girl needs to know is that when they come out, they're going to have composure and poise and stage presence. And those are all things that you can use through your life in every job.
Sure, and certainly we're looking for public speaking skills, being able to appropriately answer essays on the spot, and also to have a platform.
Absolutely. Each girl needs to have a platform, and they need to speak about it and answer questions in front of the audience off the cuff. So public speaking skills are very, very essential to this program.
All right, so any girl who thinks they can qualify for this, they can get in touch with us through our Miss Greater Hazelton Scholarship Program. We have Facebook, we have a website, and we also have a camp, a princess camp for the little ones to follow along. So talk about that.
Absolutely. The Princess Camp is a wonderful opportunity for those under the age of 12 to get out on the stage. They get to learn a routine. They get to practice their pageant walk in front of everyone. It's a wonderful team event that we have some choreographers working with them, and they all get a shirt, they do some crafts. It's a great bonding experience, and really that's what the entire program is about, bonding. They make friendships for life.
We certainly have a supportive team. Everyone on our board plays an active role, and Katie Moore, we need to mention her because she's been in charge of the Princess Camp along with many volunteers, but she's been spearheading it.
Absolutely. Katie does a wonderful job. We're very excited to have her doing that again this year. And I think anyone who has been on stage before should come and experience it. It's an amazing opportunity for every youth.
Yes, you put on a nice show. I can't wait for this year's performance. Again, the theme
is self-awareness.
All right, so you can contact us. And Joelle, thanks for joining us. Every week we are talking about the Miss Greater Hazelton Scholarship Program. Support local and this local community event.
If I was in charge of Miss Greater Hazelton, dancing sharks everywhere. If I win the lottery, dancing shark on the news tomorrow. Here's pick 2, 27, pick 3, 050, pick 4, 5786, and pick 5, 93514. Stay tuned for sports. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
So it's February, and Hazelton area and Crestwood are tied at the top of the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I boys basketball standings. This happens often, and it should have been included in the plot of the popular movie Groundhog Day by Bill Murray, or with Bill Murray in it. The Comets beat the Cougars in overtime on Friday night, and that means as long as both teams don't slip up in their next 4 conference games, we may see round 3 of Hazelton area versus Crestwood for the Division I title. The Cougar Wrestlers took 4th place at the District 2 AAA meet over the weekend. In a battle for 3rd, they lost 36-32 to West Scranton. Hazelton area was the most successful team from the Wyoming Valley Conference at the meet. Jimmy Hoffman and Chris Lisecki went a perfect 4-0 for the Big HA. Jacob Maurer also helped out in a big way, going 3-1 on the day. At the District 11 AA meet, North Schuylkill made it to the semifinals where they lost to Tri-Valley 36-33, and then in the consolation bracket, they lost to Northwestern 39-22. Well, it's coming down to the wire for the Penn State Hazelton women's basketball team. They have 2 home games this week. One is against Penn State Schuylkill, and the one on Saturday, they will host PSU Brandywine, and currently Brandywine is 9-0 in the conference. Penn State Hazelton is 10-1, so that could be huge as we go down this stretch here. The Penn State Hazelton men, they got a split over the weekend with a loss to PSU Fayette and a win over PSU New Kensington. The Hazelton area girls basketball team will play at Pittston area on Thursday as they try to avenge a loss earlier in the season to the Lady Patriots at home. That would tie things up as well in Division I of the Wyoming Valley Conference. Finally, the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins, they beat Springfield on the road on Friday night, but lost to division rival Lehigh Valley at home on Saturday. So the Phantoms, they make up some ground on the Pens, but both teams are still looking up at the Hershey Bears in the standings. The Ward Youth Hockey Foundation started about a year and a half ago. Their goal isn't scoring goals, it's all about helping local kids get excited about the sport of hockey and helping out their families with equipment costs. Let's learn more about the group and a contest they're currently running from Matthew Ward.
It's an organization that we basically try to get more hockey in this area. One of our main missions is to help supply kids that necessarily can't afford equipment. We supply them a helmet, pads, shoulder pads, because realistically, if you look at it from head to toe, it may cost a parent thousands of dollars. And I really want to help the community because recently, hockey's really blossomed in this area, and I think it's a great area to help kids and most importantly, to keep kids active. Keeping kids, keeping their minds active and keeping them physical and healthy is one of the most important things. And I always loved hockey. So the big contest we're doing, it's a logo design contest. We are actually adding a new section to our organization. It's called Netminders Kids Club. Netminders kind of being like the centerpiece of the Kids Club. And basically the contest, we're asking kids to help design the logo for us. And the logo itself, the winner of the contest will get their logo branded and being the centerpiece of our Kids Club.
Now, along with having their logo used by the Ward Youth Hockey Foundation, the winning child will receive some Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs merchandise and a $10 gift card to Knoebels. That could buy a lot of Tri-Taters. They will also get a pretty sweet Kids Club bracelet. There's also prizes for second and third place. And if you want to enter the contest or find out more about the Ward Youth Hockey Foundation, send an email to wardyouth@yahoo.com, or you can find the group on Facebook and or Twitter. The deadline to enter the contest is February 28th. We'll have more with Ward and Netminder on an upcoming Out of Left Field, and we'll have more FYI after this break. Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 2 announcements for this evening. First, Community Services for Sight will be holding their 14th annual Bowl for Sight No Tap Bowling Tournament Saturday, February 7th. 3 different bowling times are available: 12:30 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7:30 p.m. Registration is $15 per bowler, and prizes will be awarded in several categories. For info, just call 570-455-0421. And finally, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, located on South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will be holding a pierogi and halushki sale Friday, February 6th from 10 a.m. to 5:30. Call-ahead orders are greatly appreciated by calling 570-929-2179. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Alfred H. Ehrlich. Memorial is Wednesday at 11 a.m. from the Furo Funeral Home. Friends may call from 10 to 11 a.m. George R. Schwartz of Hazel Township. Private services will be held at the convenience of the family from the Damiano Funeral Home. Edwin G. Fritz of Weatherly. Arrangements will be announced by the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Anna T. Latella of Hazel Township. Funeral is Wednesday at 10 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. And Anne-Marie Seasock of Freeland. Arrangements are under the direction of the McNulty Funeral Home and will be held at the convenience of the family. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Serves Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Chris Shout of Drums. Chris, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Stay safe on the roads this Monday night. And for breaking news, remember you can go to facebook.com/FYI News 13 and our media partner, standardspeaker.com. We'll see you on Tuesday. Take it easy, everyone.